When you combine an April Fool's joke with virtue signaling, you might just have the dumbest combination of two ingredients in the history of mankind. Now, I'm not a frequent Redditor. I probably just don't have the IQ for it, but I know a lot of my viewers are, and a lot of people obviously are. And there is a gigantic video games gaming subreddit with about 2 million subscribers that decided to close down today. And it isn't an April Fool's joke. Although when you see the reason why, you might actually think it is. Our Games is closed for April Fools. Find out why. Well, let's see. This April Fools, we've decided to take things a little more seriously and shed some light on growing pervasive issue that has affected the community of our games and gaming communities as a whole. In recent times, it's come to our attention that there has been intended to be a forum for the potential spread. In recent times, it comes to our attention that what has been intended to be a forum for the potential spread of knowledge, involvement in video games, has instead become a battleground for conflicting ideas. That's right. Get on the groupthink bus or get gone. Ordinarily, this isn't an issue. Discussion by its very nature is certain to bring an argument. But when that argument descends into vitriolic attacks between individuals on a regular basis with no chance at de-escalation, that's when, put simply, something's gotta give. Those certain memes, like Gamers Rise Up, surrounding gaming are largely viewed as humorous interpretation of that mindset. At its core of humor, it's set of a very serious issues that affect all gaming enthusiasts. By showing disdain or outright rejecting minority and marginalized communities, good Lord, we become more insular. In this, we lose out on the chance to not only show compassion to these people, but also a chance to grow in our own community and diversify the demographics of those involved in it. Whether it's misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, racism, or a host of other discriminatory practices, now is the time to stymie the flow of regressive ideas that prevent them from ever becoming the norm. That's right. Shut it down. Lock the post. Don't let people have a conversation around this topic either. At our games, our community is becoming increasingly responsible for perpetuating a significant amount of these combative and derogatory schools of thought. We remove those comments, we ban the perpetrators, but the issue still persists at a fundamental level. That's what happens when you, yourself, a moderator, is just better than everybody. The notion that it's only acceptable to ridicule and demonize traditionally disenfranchised or marginalized members in the gaming community. This is not just an issue in our games or on Reddit alone. Well, let's see what your plan is. Unfortunately, this inflammatory content is not infrequent occurrence. You have 2 million subscribers. Hopefully, we're going to see some horrendous posts. The condescending, dismissive, vindictive, and pessimistic attitudes we see in our day-to-day activity is troubling, especially when those interactions involve harassing or outright targeting regularly discriminated communities. It's not uncommon for us to see real issues surrounding these communities be trivialized, derided out of ignorance, or worse, for the sake of entertainment. No, no jokes. Stop the jokes. You can't make fun of anything. To that end, we want to show you, the community, what we mean by what we see. These are some of the most awful comments we see regarding these things. Okay. I've picked a handful of them. I have not read them. Hopefully there's nothing that will get this video banned. Let's see. Should there be a line in what art can depict in which ways? I'm not saying corporations can't choose what they publish, but I also feel like it's not mine or anyone else's business to say what art is acceptable. Oh my God, a free speech comment. A game where you violate babies would be messed up, and there would be nothing wrong in Valve not publishing it, but making such a game so it shouldn't be illegal, even if it's disgusting. Oh, so we've got a horrible comment advocating for freedom of expression. Ban them. Let's see. Saw. What's the point of having women in games if you aren't going to show their boobs off? Okay. That's not even that bad. It's probably a sarcastic comment. Oh, another comment around DOA. I don't know if it's crossing the line, but I can certainly smell the sulfur and brimstone spewing from Anita Sarkeesian's horns and hooves. Oh no, thou shalt not criticize the queen. Ban them. These are like literally what they're posting. These are their exact examples of what is so horrible. Wolfenstein Youngblood. This looks like SJW cancer. Hard pass. Ban them. Ban them. So everything's just around dead or alive, apparently. So wait, removing skimpy outfits and jizzle. Jiggle physics. Jiggle physics completed from DOA 6, but they're still going to make DOA X games. Now I'm lost and confused. So are they bowing to the SJW scum or not? Then again, probably won't come to the US like the last game didn't. Oh no! These aren't... What is even wrong? I just think it's sad when friends and family show up at the funeral only to discover that it has been moved to the Epic Game Store at the last minute. What's wrong with this comment? I don't understand what's wrong with that comment. By the way, you know who's open 365 days a year for your gaming conversations? Exclusivelygames.com/forum. Get in the conversation, friends. Do better. Be better. Nothing like my forums telling me what kind of human I am, and then it's not good enough for them. Despite the strife that's both within and caused by our community, there are a multitude of opportunities to prove that we can come together and be more wholesome, accepting community that exists with a single core idea. Enjoying and discussing video games together. Exclusivelygames.com/forum. Listen, our game subs, you're welcome in my forum. There are thousands of members there that want to talk about video games as well. So let's revel in what's available to us, and also appreciate the myriad of backgrounds that we as gamers come from. Our differences and experiences, blah, 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 blah. Let's not let the good eggs go unnoticed, though. Then why don't you post a huge celebratory thread about good things that happen in your community instead of one naming and shaming people for what I can only see as totally innocuous comments? So this April Fools, we're asking you to take into consideration the idea of helping these oh my God. So you're asking people to raise money for far left charities. Are you kidding me? You have to be kidding me. Wow. Wow. Glad. The Trevor Project. So you have nothing but LGBT. Why should I give money to people just because they're gay? This is such a bullshit virtue signal. Now, way down at the bottom, you have some charities that affect all gamers. Child's Play, Able Gamers. No, that's not even all gamers either. Wow. I can't even imagine. I thought for sure this was an April Fool's joke when everyone was sending it to me, but I don't know why these people... Now, it's got 6,000 upvotes. That's probably pretty good. I mean, out of 1.8 million, that's probably not good. But I'm curious, if you are a R Games user, is everybody there just like a far left ideologue? Do people talk about video games there? And how do you feel when your forum puts out a message, first of all, closes itself down to you, and then tells you that you're not a good enough human? I don't understand gamers anymore.